All right, at least it works here. Just chilling, kicking back, eating some pizza, and I'm going to tell y'all what's been going on. There's a few things that they've given out some information on, and they haven't been putting all the pieces together, but they've been giving you all the pieces of what's going on for a while. So I'll try to put this puzzle together for you so that you can see that this has been going on. There's some bad stuff going on. So they're trying to find our vulnerabilities and exploit them, whether it's through email or through different backdoors in programs. So I'll get into it in a second here. Gonna have this pizza though while I'm doing this, and then a cigar and chill with some coffee. Hope everybody's doing good. I see I got one in the room. At least I know it works. Even though they'll probably bring it down to 0 when I get 100 in the room or something, because they mess with me like that. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit of backstory first, and try to explain what's been happening. Basically, there's bad actors. There's people who are against our country anyways, but when it's when it's done so maliciously that it doesn't even look like it's some kind of a, okay, if you had some kind of a mind to, like at one time I think people attacked some kind of a storage thing that was holding people's like mortgages, right? So that if you could get rid of the proof they had a mortgage, then they would have it free and clear. Okay, that's like what I would call a Robin Hood event. That's what I would call that. It's not right, but I mean that's what I would call it. This is not that. Also, I don't even think it's about money. I really don't. Right now the FBI is investigating because over 50 cities have been attacked in the past, couple years, 2 years, and more than that before that, but it's been ramped up in the past few months. I'm telling you, it's all linked. They're not going to tell you that. I'll say it. That's my theory, my thoughts, my opinion. We're going to call this opinion. Okay? Which all my opinion is always based on facts, and I put links that support it, and you'll see the links. So here's the situation. Every city here in the United States has decided that it's best for them to be hooked up to the internet. Now, even if they were just intranet, not hooked up to the World Wide Web, but hooked into a LAN network, a local area network, or even just an office network, they would still be vulnerable to the people in there. The people are the weakest links. But these cities are blaming the people for opening email attachments when, number one, I think a lot of it, they don't need to be hooked up to the internet, but let's just say, okay, fine, but number one, if they're not trained to know not to open emails, it's not their fault. And number two, even a person who's tired at the end of the day or whatever, they might double click on something inadvertently. Blaming the people is not the solution. The solution is to set up your server so it won't allow outside email and this kind of stuff going on through the computer systems. I mean, if they can cut you off from playing on the internet while you're at work, they can also cut that stuff off. So it's not the people's fault. They are the weakest link in the system, but here's the thing. These programs were built by professionals. We'll call it that. Okay, one of the three-letter agencies. There's no reason in bringing them up, but they were built, oh yes, by our government, and the intention was so that it could circumvent or exploit or use backdoor vulnerabilities, holes in Windows programming, right? Horsefly, oh, I got you watching. Yeah. So basically, our government built a program, but then they want to say it got loose in 2017. It didn't get loose. Okay. One of two things happened. It was either stolen from their facility with some WikiLeaks shit, or hi Cindy Ibarra, hello Horsefly, and hi Cindy Ibarra, hi. So it was either stolen from, I'll just go ahead and put it out there because it's out there, the N.S.A. It was either stolen from the N.S.A. or like some WikiLeaks shit, or it was sent to another country in order to infect their systems, and they found it, quarantined it, and they didn't have to re-engineer it or reverse engineer it. They just figured out the programming. But now they say that when it got loose is what they're saying. This is their story. When it got loose in 2017, that it was put up on the internet for anybody to get to. And they're saying, oh, well, you know, hackers use it, and then also outside foreign entities, countries, other countries use it now. And now let me tell you, forget the hacker mess, because look, first off, anonymous, you know, the guys that wear the mask and the black hoodie and say, you know, they go into different parades and stuff just to show they're there and stuff and be on camera. It's kind of funny. I get what they're saying. They're saying, you know, they want to say we are legion, we are many, we like hot wings and pizza, mostly hot wings, you know, whatever they say, and expect us. Well, you have the hot wings ready, because expect them. I'm not making fun of you, Anonymous. I'm just making fun of you, Anonymous. So anyways, you can laugh at that. So anyways, here's the thing. It's not anonymous, because anonymous is different groups of people that all cling to the same whatever. But the ones that are in like South America, they'll shut down a water department or a power department. That's what they did. They didn't mess with water. They messed with power. Just to, you know, throw a wrench in the works. That's what they did. It was some childish mess, okay? We're talking about a concerted effort knocking out all cities. And we're talking about, this is not a, hey, Jimmy send Johnny an email and then it'll go to, you know, Jackie and Tommy's, you know, whatever, and mess up their laptop. And then what they added to that program was another program that's called, see, that's the thing. There's phishing, there's Trojan horses. This is malware, but technically it's ransomware, because they're using Bitcoin to take the money, which Bitcoin people think can't be traced, but it can be traced. The original one, when it was stamped, it can be traced back to there or whatever, but it also, every time it changes hands, it has a mark, and people are just stupid to think that they can't find out. And if the FBI's in on it and they looking at Bitcoin, they can find in 2 seconds the last person that bought the Bitcoin and where it came from. So when they put this stuff out and try to cyber attack a city, and they say, okay, we got all your files on lockdown, you pay us, you know, $20 million, and we'll take it in Bitcoin, and then we will give you the key that unlocks it, or we'll send the key to unlock it, and then you have your files back. Now, they did it to one old man who had pictures of his family and stuff, and he liked it on his laptop, and somebody attacked his laptop with an email like that, and, you know, he paid it and he got his stuff back, but then he learned from there to do whatever. Okay, but it hurt his feelings and whatever. And he said it was worth it. I don't know how much they charged him. The thing is, though, the FBI says don't pay them, because some of them won't even unlock the stuff for you. So if someone is wanting money for unlocking it and whatever, and they wanted it to be perpetuated, that if you do that, they'll get, why would they not unlock it? You see what I'm saying? And then even when they have control of your system, they could go in there and put backdoor programs in it, and they could turn it off anytime they want. You know? So Shannon Blair, hey man, hey, what's up? So, Shannon, you're a trooper. It's not gonna be that long again today. This is gonna be quicker than the other night, but man, you was with me and I appreciate it. We were flexing, man. We had the radio up. I made sure they knew I was there to get unloaded. They want to play games, I can make sure that they don't forget me. So anyways, here's the thing. They built a program. Yeah, you're welcome. So the N.S.A. built a program and it's all over the internet, and if you add your little program to it that sets up a ransomware situation, then send that to somebody, then they open that email attachment, you've got control of their computer, and until you give them the key that you wrote in the passcode to get back into it, you have to contact them and pay them in Bitcoin, or you won't never get your stuff back, and it'll eat up your computer. Some of them are timed. They're timed where it would kill out stuff, is my understanding they are. I've seen things that are timed. So I would think that you can add that to it. There's a lot of things that you can add, but the original program, okay, it came from the N.S.A. And so the name of the original program is Eternal Blue. Okay, that is the program. They called it Eternal Blue. Well, it's eternally a problem now. And I'm telling you that I think that the reason there haven't been arrests and people been busted for this is I think they know it's from foreign countries. They see about where it's going in an area of a server, and they can say, well, it's that government, but then that government can say, no, that's not us. We don't know nothing about that. And then those people who are like, say you got like 5 or 10 or 15 people who are hackers, and you got them in a room, and they're fixing to make 50 million, I'm sure they can just leave that building and go somewhere else and get internet off a different server. You know what I'm saying? And then once they get 5G, it's going to be so fast, it's not even funny. So basically, these cities are being held hostage or captive. Baltimore was the one that I talked about yesterday, but I said, you know what? Instead of just dropping a link, I'm going to explain all of this. I'm going to tell where it started, and I'm going to explain all the steps of it and how you can not have it happen to you, but it's not going to. They're sending specific emails to cities. This is a cyber war, and I'm sure it's Iran by proxy through Russia. So instead of Russia using Iran as a proxy, I think Iran's using Russia as a proxy. Okay, that's what I think. So, but basically, here's what happened. In 2017, when Eternal Blue escaped magically, right, from the N.S.A., I don't think anybody could escape from the N.S.A. I'm just saying, for real, they're watching me right now, I'm sure. What's up? Welcome to the N.S.A. But, that's my joke. But, I'm going to say this. When it was so-called magically released in 2017, it was used by a group called the ShadowBrokers. The ShadowBrokers, not really like Anonymous. Okay, they supposedly released it to, I don't know if they put it to WikiLeaks, but I think that they released it to the internet. And so now anybody and their brother can go and download that program and do whatever is what they're saying, but I don't believe that. And I believe if you tried, they would know that it's illegal, that it's wrong. But it exploits a hole in Windows programming that allows them to spy on anything that's Windows and some other stuff too. And we're not just talking, Windows 2000 or 2000 or 99 or 2000, 2001, 98, XP, Vista, Windows, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's Windows, period. So that means that Windows left a backdoor for all those programs for them to look at in the first place. That's the truth of it. And then other entities got their hands on it, and oops, right? Well, they have now sent emails to cities, said if you don't pay us how many million, 20 million, 50 million, they know how much is in the city's coffers. They can look up how much, even a small town, they run on a millions of dollars budget, people. You have no idea, especially the money they're making off of their utilities. Like a city will make money off the water department. They'll make money off of, man, it's getting warm in here. I'm gonna roll the window down. They make money off the water department. They make money off of sewer. They make money off of taxes. They make money off of city taxes for businesses. Like this gas station right here pays a certain percentage in. Then they have SPLOST, which is special use taxes that they can just hey, we're going to charge you a few pennies more. Wouldn't you give that to have a whole new whatever? And it comes up to millions and millions of dollars. So Yeah, Shannon. So it's every city. Listen, they've already attacked in the last 2 years 50 cities. Now I'm gonna give you the rundown. Okay. Um, Baltimore refused to pay it. So their water department and all this other stuff was messed up. Let's see, an app called Discord went down for a little bit today. Yeah, and phone line systems too. A friend of mine and our systems, but a friend of mine's company systems too. They're attacking everything that they can. It's like their grand finale. But this has been going on for a while, and they've been trying this for a while. But who would think if they're trying to just do something and like it's not like calling, you know, it's not like calling a place that, you know, is some kind of a business and doing a prank call. This is something where, or even sending a virus like this to someone you know, okay? It's specifically targeting cities. Like who would know the number to a city hall that you don't even live in? Nobody. They've done research on this, okay? And something weird just happened with that. They just shut me down for a second. That was weird. They just shake the 6 and 1. So yeah, so they're doing though a effort here. Something really weird just happened. They're doing an effort here where they're attacking cities and trying to shut down their systems, and they've taken over whole cities. So here's the rundown of it. Baltimore didn't want to pay, and I'm with them because you shouldn't, you shouldn't never negotiate with terrorism. We never did for a long time. You know what I mean? And Atlanta, Georgia, I think they didn't either. It cost them like $20 million. Yeah, Atlanta, it cost them $20 million to not pay for them to give them the key, and then the FBI said basically don't give them the key because they may not unlock it anyways. Okay, which some have, I guess, in the past. One other city, I want to say it was something like Del Rio. Del Rio, I'm not sure if that's, I think it's Texas. Del Rio, Texas. They paid and they got their stuff unlocked. And then ever since then, it was from an email that's sent to them. Evidently it was something like, generic, like, hi, how you doing? Or so. I mean, we don't even know if these people speak English, obviously, but it could be broken in. So it could be something like, this was, what we were talking about, which is just a general thing that you would send somebody an email as a subject header. And then the link, they double click it, and then bam, it's in their computer. So don't open up emails for people, okay? Definitely have a firewall and see, there's other cities that have had their systems set up where they've been given a clean bill of health on everything, but they've had some, anti-malware or anti-spyware, that kind of stuff installed, but that email messed them up. But then they had like a firewall between them and a different part of the city that stopped the whole thing from falling down like a deck of cards. It made it, that was smart. However, they're still vulnerable. So I think this is coming from outside the United States because I don't think anybody would try to target cities. I got some comments. I'll get to them in a second. I want to go over this though. Riviera Beach, Florida. I'm not sure. I think they paid and got out. And then also Illinois. I've got links up to all these cities. This is what I was talking about yesterday because I was like, look, rather than give you one link of one town, which was Baltimore, which came to mind, Baltimore, Maryland. I knew it was Northeast. It's up there. I'm going to put links to all of these, and you can look at every single one of them when this is over, when I put it down. But just want to check in. I'm having some pizza. Hope everything's good. But know that we are in a cyber war with Iran. They have proxies, but they also have other countries involved like Russia and China. They're not stupid. These are highly intelligent individuals, and evidently they've made it so that the program that was built by the N.S.A. that any 13-year-old with a computer, enough bubble gum and pizza and Coca-Cola to keep them going could send this crap out. That's what's up. And then they're setting it up on Bitcoin where it's like, pay us here on Bitcoin, and they think it's not trackable. I'm sure they know it goes to a certain country. They see sort of how it moves. If it's ever spent, they can see where it goes, kind of thing for sure. But I think they can even see where it moves. And Bitcoin, by the way, don't buy Bitcoin as far as I'm concerned. You can have it if you want. I'm not going to tell you not to, but personally, I can't support something that's against our country, that's against national security, and I can't support something that it's a pyramid scheme. The people at the top make the most money off of it. So it's going up and up and up, and they're saying that, you know, if you buy now, it's went up so much and you'll make money. That's a short-term investment, and I don't even believe in short-term investments because they're always volatile. You could always lose everything on a short-term investment, and I'm a little too old for some short-term investments, if you know what I'm saying, people. So, and I don't know why that went through, because I put it on this thing. I set it up as be in do not disturb. I don't know. So anyhow, let's see shit, and I don't. Yeah, okay, Shannon. So, I will put up links to all this if you got any questions about anything. I will say this too. There's another scam that actually hit me the other day, which put me thinking about this too. And it was saying you could get a $1,000 Walmart gift card, and it said, you know, that this type of phone is what you're on, and we identify you as being someone who's on YouTube, whatever. It's a sham. Okay, they make it sound similar, but you look down to the credits at the bottom and all that stuff, and they're all Russian names. Listen to what I'm saying. Yeah. Think they're not trying to, you know, hurt us and get intel. They're phishing, okay? They're trying to get phishing with a P, P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G, phishing. It's data mining. They will take your name, your email, your everything that they could get. They'll set up a credit card somewhere in your name, run it up and whatever. Look, these are bad people, but what they're trying to do now, like I said, from other countries, is actually attack us. Attack our cities, make it so we can't have water. You know, they cut off the water systems, make it so that's what's been going on. And I think that they could care less whether there's ransom attached to it, and if they get money, that for them that's just a bonus. But it's definitely a government entity, because it's too sophisticated, too aggressive. And because compared to some of the other ones that were attached to this, even the same software, it's malicious. So I think they'll get to the point, like I said, they could have even already added a little something to it that's in those computers all the time that can spy on what's going on, regardless of if you pay for it or not. Once you have control of someone's computer system, you can make it do what you want. These phones, I mean, honestly, let's say it, you know, Edward Snowden put it out there. I'm not for him. I don't support, you know, him leaking stuff, but I will say this is what he put out there. They can turn on your camera at any time they want. They can, you know, look at your phone even while you're not using it. They can tell it whatever they want it to do. That's fine. I don't care. But in the same way, hackers that have their type of software can do the same thing with your laptop. So, and they're saying that, you know, smart TVs can look at you in your house. They can, you know, use your internet account to order things, that kind of stuff. Get into your bank account. That's what they all want, is for you to bank on your phone so they can get the bank account number off your phone. That's the worst of it. And then they have all these little sliding devices. I haven't figured out how they get away with putting those on. They're sticking those onto ATMs, and then you slide your card in there, and then they come back about 5 hours later, or however long later, 10 hours, whatever, and they've got everybody's card in the whole town, that they can reproduce those cards, the magnetic strip on just some piece of plastic. It doesn't have raised numbers, but it will work. And they take that info off those cards every time it's slid, and your PIN number, and then they make their own damn card, and then they have your bank account, and then go back in there and wipe everything out. And like I talked about, the I want to say they said it was it, I'm trying to think of the name of the town, I have to look it up, but they sent it to, I want to say, the Philippines, and it was the biggest bank heist ever. They didn't have to touch anything, and they took it from New York, from the Federal Bank of New York was hit, and they got, man, was it $80 million? But this is different. This is an actual, like I said, I'm talking about now, not about money, but about downing our systems. We've had problems where, like I put up the link yesterday, they shut off the fuel. We couldn't get fuel. Sorry, the internet's down. You have to have $200 cash. Who can do that? Well, I could at a time. You got to do what you got to do, but it's like stupid to have to pay that up front. And then, all right, so go further. They're shutting off phone lines. Well, what's next? The data boards. That's why I put that comment up yesterday on that payment. On that. Sorry, I'm gonna roll that window up. He got loud. That's why I put that part of the name of my video, I put, you know, are the data boards down? You know, they will attack any and every single thing, moving or not. And it doesn't even have to have people. All it has to have is a server. The New York bank, all they did was try to do a wire transfer while the place was closed. They put in something like 50 requests for transfers. 38 of them got through. Something like that. I don't know why that guy got moved up. Man, look, we're not trying to promote his company or nothing like that. People trying to photobomb my stuff. So, like I said, you can think that, hey, I'm crazy, or I'm saying the sky's falling. No, I'm not saying the sky's falling. I'm saying they're trying to hack the sky this time. Sometimes I say they're trying to hit it with a sledgehammer. You know, they are trying to cause ruination, cause problems. So the GPS satellites, they got, you know, like I said, they have built specific, they probably got a warehouse making them right now. Specific satellites to go up into orbit and attack our satellites. They now have figured out how to move around one, and they listen in on different ones. So this is just the next leg of the battle, I guess. The next leg of the journey of these terrorist states is what I'll call them. And by the way, if you look at the all-star lineup of terrorist states by anyone's measure, all of the ones on the list that have gone, you know, let me zoom this out. We're not trying to make him famous. All of the ones that have gone so far, you can write down all the ones that have fallen. And Iran is the last one on the list. That's the truth. Because you got Iraq, okay? You know, you heard what they said about Gaddafi. You know, you put the all-star lineup of what they were calling the axis of evil, or whatever you call it. The last one left is Iran. And every day, Israel trains to go and run sorties over there, run their jets over there. You know, I'm just compiling stuff that's truth and news. I'm not claiming to know it all. I do my research and I check stuff out, and I know what's going on in the world because of it, and because of the history that I know. And I put up the links of it. I'll put them up again. All the reactors that Israel hit, they're good at it. And he said he will up his nuclear ambitions by ramping up that reactor again and trying to make the materials that it makes and have centrifuges that can make, you know, the pure material that they need to make big boy, little boy, better boy, you know, whatever kind of nuclear bomb they want to make. And they'll probably get the materials from Russia. Last time one reactor, I think it was the reactor that came for Iraq, I think it was a French guy. They tried to dissuade him. It didn't work so well. He didn't live long after that. You can't be messing with bad actors and be a scientist. Just like the guy that tried to make the big rail gun for Saddam Hussein, that big long cannon, you know? Yeah, it didn't work out too well for him either. And Israel's not playing, because they saw what happened in Auschwitz and they're like, that will never happen again. And they're on it. So they train every single day to run sorties over there and take those places out. So it's just a matter of time before this ramps up, I'm sure, with Iran. We would hope not. You always do. You don't want to be a war hawk, but with all these cities that are being maliciously cyber attacked, and with all of the tanker ships that are having mines stuck on the side of them, they're exploding, but then magically, you know, whenever it's found out that it's a Japanese ship, that guy can, you know, yeah, I see you there, Mad Jeeper. Good to catch you alive, brother. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see you checking in too, man. I'm glad you're doing good. So I'm saying, with all the stuff that they're doing in the Strait of Hormuz to try to shut it down, the global community, like they did a video, a newscast, whatever you want to call it, saying that all of the European nations are trying to, you know, stop a possible war or whatever. They've already fired the first shot. Okay, this is not something where, you know, somebody throws a baseball and it hits your car in the parking lot, you know, and you get out of the game and you see that and you got a problem, and then you're gonna work it out and get the windshield fixed. This is something where they lobbed a missile at our drone, and they're saying they're gonna shoot down more of them. okay? And they even showed the pieces of them. So that's not the Iranian National Guard. That's Iran, period. There's no way out of this for them except for to, man, like I said, they want to go after their nuclear ambitions. Well, it'll get spooled up real fast. So if anybody wants to say anything, I'll leave it, and I've got links to put up that you will better understand that it's real, it's happening, it's been happening for a while. We've known about it. We had to kind of check it all out. I'm not saying there's proof that it comes from other government entities. They did mention that it come from other governments, you know, and hackers. That's you know, it's all, these are, they're too good at what they do to not do this for a living, to not do this full time, and to not have support and money and help. I mean, somebody's got to buy the pizza and the Coca-Colas, right? For all the hackers in the room. And by the way, yeah, if you're a hacker, you might not want to be, because the FBI is looking for people that are doing that mess, and they might blame you for some mess like that. You can get embroiled in that. So I don't even, anytime I see anything from Anonymous, I watch some of their videos and this and that, but I'm not going to subscribe to them. I'm not going to make comments on their videos, and I don't even want to be associated with that mess. So anybody that's out there that thinks that's cool and funny, they're trying to figure out who all they are. They're making a list, checking it twice. You might be on it, you know, not a good thing. But they really are different groups. They're loosely associated under that same saying, you know, we're anonymous, you know, we like pizza, hot wings, and you expect us, and you won't know when we're coming, and, you know, have Coca-Colas. But there's one group that's in the United States, maybe a couple. There's one or two in South America. There's a couple in Russia. There's a couple in, I think they even have them in China. I don't know. But I think that those other countries are using things like that and saying that's us, so that they can build a proxy network and blame it on them. So for them, they're like, hey, we'll make hackers, and we'll say that it was them, it was not us. We don't do that kind of thing. We're a country, right? But look at who they're targeting. Why wouldn't they straight up target a bank? Why would they be trying to find the vulnerabilities in systems that people live off of and stuff if it wasn't warfare? It's cyber warfare. So I'll check this next out. Cousin Logic, we're watching you. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are. Welcome to the N.S.A, brother. I'll have to check out your channel, by the way. I'll be watching you too, man. I'll be in there. Look, you can expect me. Bring coffee and pizzas and cigars. I'm in a different group. We are few. We are singular. We like cigars and coffee. That's where I'm at. And the pizza. They didn't have a salad in this place. So anybody wants to say anything, man, I'm just going to chill. I'm going to turn the radio up a little bit. And a couple minutes here, I'll put the links up and get out of here. But welcome to the N.S.A. Now, welcome to Trucking Stuff, though. And people, I hope you're doing good, but just watch for this to happen within the next few weeks. That it's going to get ramped up. They've already tested the waters in every city ever. Like 50 cities have already fallen to it, okay? That makes it less of a coincidence and more of a target, that's what they're targeting, okay? This is true. And I could put a list up of the cities in a couple of days. Right now I'm going to put a link up to the top 5 links of people saying, they attacked our city, we don't know what to do, them kind of videos. And it's like the city mayor saying, well, we're doing the best we can, or we paid them 20 million and whatever. Like, okay, Atlanta, it cost them 20 million because they refused to pay, but it cost 20 million to redo it. Other places have paid and got their stuff back, but then they changed the whole system, which is what you kind of have to do, because they could be in there at that point. So you're still going to buy new computers, routers, servers, and a new connection. Now the problem comes where we're going to have 5G network, and we're going to have all this fiber optic line, and the speeds are going to be so fast. Listen, if you want to know what your speed is, by the way, for your internet, and I'll get to that question in a second. If you want to know what your speed is on your internet, go to speedof.me, speedof.me. Okay, that's one place you can go on your cell phone even and see your internet speed. It'll show your upload speed and your download speed. Your download speed is going to be fast. Your upload speed is going to be a little bit slower. Okay, especially if you're on some kind of Wi-Fi network. That's the other thing. If you're on a Wi-Fi network, for God's sakes, people, if you're at a Love's truck stop, for example, nothing against Love's, they're great. I don't use the Wi-Fi, but let's just go there. And they've got Loves 1, Loves 2, Loves 3, Loves 5, Loves 7. Half of those can be fake. Half of them could be the same password that Loves gives you, or just open and any password will work. And they are stealing your banking information off your laptop and all your pictures and everything that you've got on your laptop while you're on there. They're sitting in the parking lot, in a vehicle, doing that shit, or in the building, okay, with a laptop. And they sell it to third parties. They will sell your credit card information to other people. They don't even have to use it. And then they make money selling credit card numbers and stuff. If you're somewhere and say it's Starbucks and it says Starbucks, right? And they give you a passcode and you see there's 2 Starbucks, there's a dude in there that's named his network Starbucks, and he's trying to let you use it for free or whatever and steal your information. Ask the Starbucks which one is theirs, at the least, if you just have to do that. You know, because they're not going to have 5 networks. They're going to have 1 router. That's it. You know? Now, a truck stop will have 2, but you won't be allowed on one. You'll be allowed on the other. But use your head. And if anybody sends you an email, don't double click on it if you don't know it. Just delete it. It's not worth it. But like I said, they're not targeting individuals so much, even though it is floating on the internet through some hackers that tried it at first. This is from outside entities, and they're targeting cities. It's warfare. So I got a comment here though. Let's see. It makes me wonder if the people that cyber attacked us was using a VPN. The thing about, I'll tell you something, the thing about VPNs, just so you know, like there's a tower right there to the right and high, okay? I can bounce off 7 towers and I can tell you that I'm in Guam, right? I could go dark web like the Navy uses and you would not know where I'm at. However, the government can still track you. And so that could be tracked. I'm quite sure that they tracked them through that and through Bitcoin and found out that they're from Iran or Russia or whatever. They're just tallying it up. They're writing it up on a notepad going, yep, they got us again from Russia, or yep, they got them again from, you know, Iran. They probably got a big long list of times it happened, where it went to, and what cities they attacked. Oh, let's see what they're up to next, you know. And it's like they're just keeping a notepad like an old man going, hey, write his name down in my book. I don't mess with him no more. You know what I'm saying? They used to, when you couldn't remember things so well, you have a list. And nothing wrong with having a list or whatever. Oh, I don't mess with him. I got to remember, he did this to me on this day, and I'm through with him, right? That's what they're doing right now. Because how are they going to go over there and prove that it wasn't something like a bunch of hackers on their own when the government will sit there and say, oh no, it wasn't us, it must have been hackers, and then those people done cleaned out of that building. We don't have people everywhere in Iran or everywhere in even Russia or China to prove it. So we're just basically, we're tallying it up to another attack, another attack, another attack. And I'll tell you, I wouldn't be on a Windows platform, and that's why everybody jokes about MacBook, but MacBook's got issues too. I don't know, anybody else wants to say anything, man? You guys, I'll let y'all chat there for a sec. And we're gonna listen to some music. I'm gonna finish up this pizza and then I'm gonna get rolling. Like I said, I will put links up immediately when I come off this thing. I'll zoom this back out to give you a little bit better view too, if I can. There we go. That's about right. Skies are clear. That's a good sign. But yeah, we're gonna have to. I mean, we've already sent. By the way, we have the 5th Fleet down there all the time. We sent the Lincoln down there, and then they sent, I think, 1,500 or 1,800 more troops is what they're telling us. It's always what they're telling us. It could be more. And I don't know how many more drones we got. That was a couple $1 million drone that they shut down. That wasn't just a, oh man, I hit your model airplane. No, that thing, a couple $1 million. So let's see. That does not make sense. Wait, what? You gotta tell me, because I started into a rant here and I'm sitting here eating pizza too. What doesn't make sense now? wish I had some hot wings and pizza. If you are with Anonymous, go get you some hot wings and pizza. Find yourself something else to do. Maybe get a job at the coffee shop that you're trying to fish people at, or whatever. Let's see, they're already messing with the market for livestock. Explain that, kid, because I don't have any intel on that. They're messing with the market for livestock. What are they doing, bro? And that's helpful. Yeah, this is the part of the show where y'all let me know what's going on that you've heard about, and we make it all better. You know, let everybody know everything. Hey, yo, kid, I'm going to call you in a bit, too, man. We're going to chat. I'm going to start this thing up, too, for some heat. But they've been attacking, like I said, when they had the Iran-Iraq war, Iran attacked and sunk. They attacked a bunch of tankers, but they sunk 55 of them. Insurance went up to 400%, but that's our fuel. So that's where I'm like, man, y'all messing with my stuff now, and my money at the pump. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell about it. I think that they need to make a patch for that thing and quit playing and having the open back door. Because now every third grader out there has that program, evidently. And all these other countries are using it against us. I think it's time that they shut that down. I know that they're going to work hand in hand with Windows. I get that, but yeah, it's stupid. Because if they shut down all the cities at once, where's that going to leave us? You know? Especially, like I said, they're attacking water systems, power systems, all kinds of mess. And there's so much data that they've got where people owe this much on bills and this much on taxes and this and that they can't, you know, accept that amount. They'll accept whatever amount they give you, you give them or whatever, and they don't know what your bill is, but they'll give you a receipt kind of stuff. So for the ones that, you know, owe so much, they can't get it back, well, all of a sudden they don't owe anything, because that's the only record of it. So it's worth it to pay the $20 million or lose $300 million, you know? Let's see. They need to fix that. Yeah, they do. Kid, tell us how they're messing with the market for livestock, man. But if not, I'll look it up. I'm going to call you in a minute. I get off this thing here, I'm going to put some links up. I'll be giving you a call. I'm going to save that pizza. I'm fixing to have a rum-dipped cigar by Trader Jack's. There's no label. There's no wrapper. It's kind of it's an anonymous cigar. I'll give you a shot if I can. It's no label. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter that you can't bring it into focus because there's no label on it. But that's me for the day. It's over Churchill. Well, it's about Churchill length. Maybe a little over. It's not quite Lancero. And kill this off again so I don't feel like I'm yelling over it. Okay, here we go. The pricing for our livestock, they're making it jump up and drop in minutes, which mess with the sales. Really? Yeah, because, man, farmers work like day shift. They're like 8 to 5ers, man. And when that shuts down and the markets are closed, then the rest of that stuff won't move, and then we won't have freight if you're hauling livestock. So I already get that already, dude. That's going to affect a lot. And the price of, well, everything from your steak at the restaurant to ground beef at the grocery store. Kid, I like your video, by the way. What you did loading up cows there. Yeah, everybody subscribe to Kid. He needs more subscribers, and so he can go live off mobile and have some other stuff going on, you know. So Shannon Blair, okay. Yeah, so I'll tell you what, I'll stay on here for, like I said, another minute or so. Y'all want to make comments, I'm going to get off this thing. That's just what I had to bring you. You should see the links. Like I said, my links are always better than my lives. Just because, like, a picture's worth 1,000 words. Well, when the government does a report on something and tells you what's going on, of course you're going to listen to them more than you listen to me anyhow. I'm just a repeater tower. So, let's see. I don't know why they would do that. It's just to cause trouble. They're messing with everything. Like I said, freaking PeopleNet, Qualcomm, ComData, all of everything. They will attack every. And by the way, that dude's famous now. They will attack every single server and router that they can, because you're going to go now. Okay, take off there, Shannon. Be safe, dude. Have a good day. So they will attack every single router, every single server they can get their hands on, and they're using our programming that works 100% of the time to do it. It's not a, hey, maybe this will work if I throw a rock against that hardened glass, will it bust or not? Sub that Kid. Yeah, Mad Jeeper subbed you, Kid. You're going to like Mad Jeeper. He's a little mad, but he's cool. So he's straighter than the Mad Hatter. He's Mad Hatter's cousin. So yeah, like I said, I'll get off this thing. I'll give you the links that you're wanting, because I know y'all want those links. I got you there, Mad Cheaper. LOL. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna get off this thing. I'm gonna give you the links that you want, and y'all have a good one, and I'll catch up with you later. You know what I'm saying? But just expect systems to continue to be attacked. And even if the city don't tell you about it, or they do a little press conference or whatever, it's every city, but it's not just them. It's every single business, every entity, anything connected to the internet, and they have the backdoor programming from Microsoft Windows to do it, and it works 100% of the time. Later on, man, be safe. All right, man, you too. And they can lock you out, and the FBI says don't pay them, because they might not unlock it anyways. Some have had luck paying and getting their stuff back. Some have not. Don't open and don't double click on emails, even if it seems something that's like a person's name you know and it's just some generic whatever. Call them. If you know them, call them. Use the telephone for a telephone instead of a Twitter phone and an Insta phone, Gram phone. You act like it's a telephone. You know what I'm saying? For real, it's got numbers on it, keypad. You call people. You ain't got to text. You ain't got to email. Call them up and say, was that you? Let's see. I wasn't saying I was going. I was saying that I would subscribe to Kid. Let's see. Kid, call away. I'll be running. I got the moo-moos that's got to be delivered. Hey, look, brother. I'll be running. You'll hear from me in just a couple minutes. I got to give them their links. I do have to go though, people. Listen, y'all stay safe, but expect this to become a prolonged issue. Expect this to be something where they're not stopping. They haven't run out of targets. We got too many targets. We're a whole damn country of them. And everybody's running Windows. And that program's out there. And like I said, the situation, like I said, that Baltimore, Maryland, Atlanta, Georgia, Riviera Beach, Florida, Illinois, Del Rio, you know what I'm saying? And it's been 50 cities just in the last 2 years, and Baltimore, Maryland, they messed them up good, but it was, the name of the program is Eternal Blue. If you want to look up and learn about it, it's called Eternal Blue. Don't download it, you know what I mean? Let's see, New Mexico Kid, let's see, let's see. You know me, I'm just trucking it up. Yeah, I got you. So it was built by the N.S.A. and they claimed that it was released and put out on the internet by ShadowBrokers. And ShadowBrokers are doing some other stuff, and it's not good either. So we ain't exactly liking them either. y'all stay safe, lift everybody up, and we're going to get through this. But it's not done. It's not even close to done. And when it really happens, just know that you're like, hey, I heard that dude talking about that, and you'll already have the knowledge in your head. Maybe it'll keep you so you won't be upset that your power's out or your water's out or whatever, because you'll be forewarned, and being forewarned is forearmed. You know what I mean? So I'm out of here, people. Okay, and see, they messing with me. No, that was my fault. That was my fault. I hit the button. So I'm out of here, people, though. I really am going to leave now. So subscribe to Kid. Y'all stay safe. I got more stuff coming. And stay safe, people. I'm out. Peace.